Yo, yo, you know what's up. Get your papers and your herbs. We about to light it up. Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy, Buddha Brad, the lyrical analyst inspired by cannabis, and you're listening to Earbuds. This week, we're discussing a heavy influencer in the hip-hop scene, Mr. Fleek, Killa Cam, Cameron himself. And I'm going to be discussing his Grammy-nominated hit, Oh Boy. Now, I like a lot of different rappers for a lot of different reasons. I like OG rappers, because they sound like an older individual trying to pass on knowledge to the younger ones. I like witty rappers because their wordplay on the mic is just fucking untouchable. But the reason why I like Cameron is because he sounds so fucking undeniably cool. This man's swagger, the way he carries himself, man, he's just somebody that doesn't give a fuck. Cameron has a lot of influence on hip-hop. Let's take fashion, for example. If you guys remember the early 2000s, a lot of people were rocking pink. Guys wearing pink hats, pink bandanas, pink shoes. Do you guys remember where that came from? At the 2001 MTV Awards, Big Boy wore pink baggy parachute pants and a pink Kango. But that's not what set it off. It was Cameron rocking pink in that infamous photo where he's got a pink furry hoodie on, a cell phone, and this fucking pink headband. After that, pink was officially gangster. Anyways, before we get into the song, you know what we gotta do. If you haven't heard Oh Boy by Cameron yet, I'm gonna need you guys to pause this right now, go down to the description, and listen to the song. Don't worry, I'm gonna hold it up for you. Perfect, you're back, just in time too. We're about to partake in one of the holiest of holiest rituals that we have here at Earbuds. Can you guys please do me a favor and join me for this chronic break? Let's set it off.
Just blaze. Oh baby. Killer. All the girls see the. Look at his kicks, look at his car, all I say is...
So Cameron joined Rockefeller, Jay-Z's record label, back in 2001, and in 2002 on the album Come Home With Me, he released Oh Boy. And let me tell you this, when this came out, everyone and their mother wanted to jump on it. There was like 3 remixes in the first fucking year. The first official remix was with Jim Jones and Birdman, and it went by the name Oh Girl.
Diplomats, cash money, nothing. When Cam sorta, look at her shoes, look at her purse. All I said was, look, mommy, I'm no good. I'm so hood, you know my potential, but for you, I might change my whole set.
Mariah Carey released the remix on her album Charm Bracelet. It was unofficially titled Oh Boy Part 2, but the name of the song was Boy, I Need You. In the same year, mixtape beast Lil Wayne released his version of the song.
Oh, Weezy. Yes, sir. Hey, you know I'm Weezy. We the apple and eagle. Packing them heaters. That's Blocker. And I'm back in the streets.
Finally, if we go back just 2 years ago to 2019, before all this lockdown, before all this COVID shit, Mahalia, Ella Mai, and Cameron did another remix to this song. And the title of that song was What Ya Did.
What I do? Believe your friends. They don't sleep with us. Take this weed. They really starving. They don't eat with us. Look, girl, I believe in us. This leaving stuff you need to hush.
speaking of remixes, Just Blaze, producer of this, he actually sampled Royce's I'm Going Down to make this beat.
Time on my hands since you've been away, boy. I ain't got no plans. No.
Alright guys, let's get into some lyrics. So Cameron was a street cat, a drug dealer. And when you're a drug dealer, you speak in double entendres and your words have double meanings. And the reason why that is because obviously you don't want to get busted by the cops. So you speak in code. And when I start dissecting the lyrics, you're gonna see some code in this song, and it's pretty fucking cool. But first, let's talk about some of the rhyming structure Cameron uses. Cameron does a great job linking internal rhymes to an end rhyme. Just a reminder, an internal rhyme is a rhyme within a sentence, and an end rhyme is a rhyme at the end of the sentence. Simple, right? So the verse goes, look mommy, I'm no good, I'm so hood. Clap at your soldier sober, then leave after it's over. I'm not your companion or your man's stand-in. Hit me when you want to get rammed in, I'll be scrambling. With lots of mobsters, shops for lobsters, cops and robbers. Listen, every block is blocka.
I say it. Look, mommy, I'm no good, I'm so hood. Clap at your soldier sober, then leave after it's over. Killer, I'm not your companion or your man standing. Hit me when you want to get rammed in. I be scrambling with lots of mobsters, shot for lobsters, cops and robbers. Listen, every block is blocka.
So the internal rhyme soldier and sober rhymes with the end rhyme over. In the internal rhymes, mobsters, lobsters, and robbers rhymes with blocka. But just to spice it up, there are some multi-syllable rhymes that Cameron uses to link to end rhymes. The multi-syllable internal rhymes are companion, stand-in, rammed in, and the rhyme with the end rhyme, scramblin'. Let's take another listen.
I say it. Look, mommy, I'm no good, I'm so hood. Clap at your soldier sober, then leave after it's over. Killer, I'm not your companion or your man standing. Hit me when you want to get rammed in. I be scrambling with lots of mobsters, shot for lobsters, cops and robbers. Listen, every block is blocka.
The second verse I want to talk about is from Juelz Santana. So when you first hear this verse, it just sounds like he's rhyming boy with boy with boy with boy. But Juelz is using the word boy as a homonym. A homonym is two or more words with the same pronunciation or even the same spelling, but they mean something different. So Juelz's verse goes, y'all can't fuck with the boy, I'm telling you boy, put a shell in your boy, now he's bleeding, oh boy.
Can't fuck with the, I'm telling you, put a shell in you, now he bleeding. Get him.
The first use of the word boy refers to me, as in y'all can't fuck with me. The second use of the word boy refers to you, as in I'm telling you. The third use of the word boy refers to him, as in I'll put a shell in him. And finally, the fourth use of the word boy is actually part of the expression, oh boy, like oh shit or oh my. So the verse, y'all can't fuck with the boy, I'm telling you boy, put a shell in your boy, now he's bleeding, oh boy, becomes y'all can't fuck with me, I'm telling you, I'll put a shell in him, and now he's bleeding, oh boy. Let's listen again.
Can't fuck with the, I'm telling you, put a shell in you, now he bleeding.
The third verse I'm going to discuss is probably the one that sounds the most cool phonetically. And the reason for this is because it follows a motive or motif. A motive or motif is a small musical idea. Essentially, it sets the tone for how a portion of the song is going to sound. The most famous motive that everyone uses as an example is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Let's take a listen. So the motive or motif for the song is short, 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 long. Doesn't matter if the song goes slower or faster, this is what the pattern is. This is the motive that it follows. Cameron does the same thing in his final verse. The verse goes, Killa and Capo, we chill in Morocco, for real we got dough, chinchilla dough, and fill with them hollows. Let's hear Cameron do it.
You feeling finicky? Killer and copper, we chill in Morocco. For real, we got no chinchilla dough filled with them hollows, huh?
The motive is short, 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 longer, short, 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 longer, short, 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 longer. He just does it at a faster pace. So it ends up sounding like da-da-da-da-do, da-da-da-da-do, da-da-da-da-do. Let's listen again.
Feeling finicky. Killer and copper, we chillin' Morocco. For real, we got no chinchillas, though we're filled with them hollows, huh?
Okay, guys, big fucking reveal. Remember when I said that Cameron, being a street cat, speaks in double entendres and he speaks in lingo? Well, I'm about to expose it for you. In the third verse, Cameron says, when we got caught with the boy, we went to court for the boy, just me and my boy, and we saying, oh boy, be on the block with my boy, with the rock or the boy, when the cops come, squale.
When he got caught with the, we went to court for the, just me and we saying, be on the block with the rock or the, when the cops come, squale.
So again, when you first listen to it, it sounds like he's saying, when he got caught with his friend, we went to court for the friend, just me and my friend, and we saying, oh boy, be on the block with my friend, with the rock or the boy, meaning me, and when the cops come, squale. What if I was to tell you the word boy actually means heroin? Boom, mind fucking blown. This completely changes the whole fucking context of the song. Cameron's from Harlem, and Harlem was notorious for having a fucking heroin epidemic. There's a lot of infamous drug dealers, like black successful drug dealers that came out of Harlem and they made their bank off of heroin. Just to name a few of these famous ones, like Frank Lucas is one, Guy Fisher is another, and Nicky Barnes. Like, these guys were very successful, flashy heroin drug dealers. So if you're from Harlem, and especially if you're in the street scene, you're no stranger to heroin and the heroin trade. So now let's read the lyric again, but this time let's replace the word boy with the word heroin. When he got caught with the heroin, we went to court for the heroin, just me and my boy, and we saying, oh boy, be on the block with my boy, with the rock or the heroin, and when the cops come, squale.
When he got caught with the, we went to court for the, just me and we saying, be on the block with the rock or the, when the cops come, squale.
See, man, I told you there was a hidden message in this. Like, this boy is rapping like a street cat, because that's what he is. He's giving us these hidden messages. He's fucking rapping the same way he would be conducting business. To add another layer of double entendre and double meaning to this, I like the way he threw the word rock in there. So the line, be on the block with my boy, with the rock or the boy, the word rock here could either mean Rockefeller Records, the record that he just signed to, or it could mean crack cocaine. Because Cameron's a drug dealer, he's saying, I could have the crack cocaine on me or the heroin. Which one do you want? And if the cops come, squale. Squale. That's a perfect transition to the next portion. I want to talk about some fun facts. So for those of you that don't know, squale essentially is kind of like a warning shout. It's not a battle cry. It's not like a shout out to someone. It's what you would scream or is what you would shout out when cops are rolling by your neighborhood. So if you're a drug dealer or if you're doing something illegal, there's watch boys, right? There's people out there looking for cops. And when they see one, they scream squale. Other regions say 5-0, po-pos, whatever the lingo may be. It's meant to warn people in the illegal trade that, yo, cops are coming, stop what you're doing or move the fuck out. Another cool way to warn people about cops coming is with the method known as flipping pigeons. Essentially what that means is someone's on top of a roof and they clap or they shoo all these pigeons in the air. So if you're on the ground and you're conducting some sort of illegal business, you look up, you see all these pigeons flying around. That basically tells you, stop. There's cops in the area. You're gonna get busted. The next fun fact I'm gonna talk about is the word diddy bop. So Cameron uses it in this song during the sentence, but she likes the way I diddy bop. Do you peep that?
But she like the way I diddy bop. You peep that? Mink on Maury kicks plus Chanel ski hat. She want the...
Now, diddy bop to me is one of these cool phrases that has changed over time. It's another example of a word or a phrase where the original meaning was meant to suppress someone or be insulting, and then that person or that group of people changes it around to something positive. And before you think that Diddy Bop was named after P. Diddy or was insulting to P. Diddy, no, not at all. Nothing to do with him. In the 1940s, Diddy Bop was meant to describe this despicable black person who was affecting whiteness. Then in the 1950s, it was meant to describe like a delinquent. During the Vietnam War, the military used the word diddy bop to describe someone that couldn't march in a crisp manner. Now let's hit the fast forward button into the 90s. Cameron actually uses this phrase on his track Glory. Let's take a listen.
To talk with y'all. How you feel about me, yo? I think I'm pretty hot. When I rhyme, niggas grab they dick and diddy bop and pull they skelly down and put they ice grill on like they don't trust a nigga and walk around the club like they about to crush a nigga.
So Cameron and the hip-hop culture have taken back this word. The word went from describing a delinquent to a confident, cocky man who has this strut that means he can take on the world. Alright guys, final fun fact for the day. I want to talk about the word blocka. So we heard the word blocka in the first verse. In Cameron's line, he says, cops and robbers, listen, every block is blocka. And then he screams, blocka. So what does blocka mean? So blocka actually has 3 meanings. Oh, Dipset, you and your homonyms. So blocka can be used to describe a gunshot, or a reckless thug, or a real gangsta. So when Cameron says, cops and robbers, listen, every block is blocka, he's saying that my block is full of reckless thugs, real gangsters, and you're constantly going to be hearing gunshots. Okay guys, that's it for this week. Thank you once again for joining me and supporting and listening. I hope you guys learned some cool stuff, and I hope you guys enjoyed the songs that I'm choosing. Many of you have already started sending requests to me personally and to my email, so keep them coming, and I promise I'm going to try doing as much of them as possible. If you want to reach out to me, my email address is ear.bdz1@gmail.com. That's ear.bdz1@gmail.com. So next week, guys, I'm going to talk about one of the sickest female MCs in the game. Every week I try to teach you guys something new, but next week I'm going to give you guys a miseducation. I'm going to be discussing Miss Lauryn Hill and her hit Doo-Wop. So guys, that's it for me. Thank you once again. From the bottom of my heart, I mean it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for the feedback. And thank you so much for supporting me. If you guys like the show, if you guys like an episode, feel free to share it. This is becoming a big passion of mine, and I'd love to spread the word. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys next week. It's your boy, Buddha Brad, the lyrical analyst, inspired by cannabis, and you guys were listening to Earbuds. Peace.
Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys are only about that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing, that thing. Wave your hands in the air and let them shot in the atmosphere. It's been 3 weeks since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about to Benjamins? You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably talking out your neck saying you're a Christian.